What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? I know it's been quite a while since I put up a video, actually since I got back from Japan, but that's because I lost my SD card and all my footage of my wonderful Japan trip, but it's okay. Today we have a lot of stuff to do, specifically with the two cars, but before that I gotta update you guys on what I've done since my last video. So if you look at this beauty here, you will see that we have some really big, gigantic, sexy ass wheels. They are US Racing blah blah blah, or US wheels, or whatever they're called, and they are 16 by 10 plus 0, so super wide, super offset. I also have a spacer on there to get it out a little more, get that pokey Mexa flush, you know what I mean? It doesn't look too bad. I also installed some coilovers, which is really difficult to do for a Z31. I had to buy some S13 coilovers, super cheap, and I had to adapt to them. Got the fronts welded, took all the hardware from the rears, swapped it over, lost some bushings, or I lost the spindle bolts. I also lost the caliper bolts, had to go all the way up the shoreline, which is like an hour and a half away from here, just to get those bolts for my guy. I was pouring out his Z, and yeah, the twin turbo is completely gutted, which is pretty awesome. Of course, big wing, pretty dope. But I haven't put out a video because I don't want to be one of those guys that makes a video on every little teeny tiny thing. You see someone like, oh, new S13 gets floor mats or whatever, and it's like an 11-minute long video with 40 seconds worth of them doing the actual work and then talking about nothing or upcoming plans or whatever. I guess coilovers and wheels are a pretty big thing, but sometimes it's just better to do it and not record it, It's kind of a hassle to try to record everything you do, but don't worry, I'll stay on here for a little bit. I'll be making videos pretty often. I got a lot of stuff to do, a lot of parts still in my room, but yeah, let's get to work. So today we are installing some fender flares in my car. So went to Brennan's house. Brennan, he has the red Omni, sick car. Went to his house, borrowed an angle grinder, bought a cutting wheel and a flap disc so we can cut these off, because the wheels are literally sitting on the tire, like the fender is literally touching the tire, and it's like that on all the corners right now, and I don't want to lose this lowness. Hey, what's up, dude? But before I get to the fender flares, this car still runs like crap. And I was talking to some Z31 guys, some friends of the guy that made me these mounts, and he's like, dude, it's an air leak problem. You gotta check all the hoses and basically go through with a can of starting fluid and just spray, well, not everywhere on the engine, of course, but spray where it could leak. If it goes up in RPM, it'll run better. So, gotta... So I found the issue on the NA. So basically it's the mat, which is not too expensive of a part, but if you look, the mat is disconnected right now, and it's idling fine. But as soon as you touch the connector, it wants to die. So I gotta buy new mat, and then this car will be good to go. And of course I gotta, swap the wheels and do all that fun stuff so I can actually go to Nissan fast, which will be nice. But yeah, now we're on to the fun part, which is putting the fender flares on the twin turbo. So the other day, I went to Lowe's and bought 200 feet of extension cord because, you know, we're here parking lot pimping, so I don't really have a garage. So in order to use power tools, I needed an extension. So let's get to work. I'm gonna mount these flares. I'm going to actually drill into these and then have some nuts and bolts because I'm poor and I can't really afford, like, what's the new thing, riv nuts. Those are like all the rage right now, but yeah, I just got some nuts and bolts for like $3 and just gonna drill through, mount them, see how they look, and then I'm going to take them off, cut the fenders, you know, of course, because this is two-piece. I'm gonna have to, you know, bend it up and make sure it looks nice, and then paint it, and then I'll be good to go and have some fender flares, at least on one side. Pretty good. Now, before you guys roast me in the comments about just scratching up a pretty good, decent paint job, I'm literally cutting all of this off. So don't flame me. Remember last time when I threw away all my interior, some of you guys were just like getting on me on it, and I appreciate the concern, but it's all gonna get cut off. So I know some of you Z purists out there are like, oh, why would you ruin a perfectly good Z? Because, well, it wasn't a perfectly good Z. It's rusty, it's old, and just want to turn it into a race car, you know? That one's pretty decent. This one, it's alright. By the way, here's the rear suspension. It's you know, coilover running a 7K spring, and then these are from an S13. Well, not from an S13, but they're for the S13. I just took the, if you notice, that's a regular Z31 top hat, and then the bottom piece, I took the bottom piece from the strut, and then used that as a sleeve because this little thingy is a little bit bigger on the S13s than on the Z31s, but it fits in there perfectly. And of course I'm running my super fat spacer because I'm a stance boy. Alrighty, here goes. Alrighty, there she goes. Yeah, so we're about 1/8 of the way there, and it's actually like a lot thicker than I thought it was gonna be. So it might be a problem. Sun's going down. Might have to pick this up tomorrow, but I'll try to get as much as I can today. Alright, as you can see, I got the first layer, you know, basically all the way through. Well, the first layer is all the way through. But I don't know if I'm just going to cut all the way through it, because this part right here, if you can see, is all the way through it. It doesn't seem like there's going to be any consequences to that. But all along here, I could cut it, or I could, you know, make the relief cuts that most people do and, like, you know, hammer it out and then bend it up. But I think I cut high, so I won't actually be able to bend it up and not impede where I already marked out where it's going to be. So I think I'm just going to cut it all the way off, and then I don't know what I'm going to do to seal it yet, but we'll get to that. And here it is. Yeah, like 99% of the way down. There's just a little piece in there that I need to get off. Just chop it. And then, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably just going to bang it up, tape it, or bang it up, paint it, duct tape it, and it should be good. But first, of course, I'm going to make it a little more smooth, because it's pretty jagged, especially around here. But other than that, it's not that bad. Not that bad for this being my first time ever cutting anything with an angle grinder cutting wheel combo. And there we go, boys. So now we have the flat disc on the cutting wheel, and we're just gonna go ahead and clean it up, make it nice and smooth, make it a little better product than it just being chopped off and then, you know, kind of sealed. There we go, look at that. Nice and smooth. Smooth, smooth, smooth. There we go. This is with the flare on. It's mounted. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and put the tire on and drop it and see how it looks. If it's that the fire fitment that I'm looking for. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Look at that. That is perfect. That is spot on. Look at that fitment, dude. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Nice and mounted, and it's like, damn, dude. That's sweet. Now, the only thing I'm missing that I have in my room is the fender liner stuff, and that'll complete it. That's awesome. And I really like how the stock little body line thingies like go perfectly on the arches. It's awesome. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Unfortunately, like I said, the sun is setting. It's cold out here. Don't have a garage, don't have a heater. All I have is this really nice jacket. But yeah, that's it. But look at that, that looks awesome. That looks perfect. That looks exactly how I wanted it to look. What's up, guys? Second day. I'm already out here working. I got my buddy here. He's giving me moral support. It's Smart House. But yeah, I already started working. Got all the tools out, and I already started marking up. Drilled the pilot hole. Well, I said the hole. That's where I'm gonna mount them. I got some fender liner. Look at this. Look at this setup. Parking lot, boys. But yeah, I'm just gonna start cutting. I already marked it out. Just kind of scratched it in. It's getting cut off anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to work. That's how you do it. Nice and clean, nice and cut. I'm gonna put the wheel on it to see what the actual clearance is looking like. Clearance. Before it was literally sitting on the tire. Now we got it. It's a good gap right there. Lots of travel. Can't really do it right now. But yeah, nice. Lots of travel. It's gonna fit pretty mint. Wheel is on. Now it's time to lower it and see how she fits. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Front and rear. Passenger side done. I just gotta put the fender liner, this stuff, which really kind of completes it. I just got to put that on the rears, and then the whole passenger side will be done, which is pretty exciting, I must say. Unfortunately, yet another day has passed and I haven't finished installing these blasted fender flares. But it's okay. I'll just be out here tomorrow, and then I got some other stuff we need to do. But yeah, I'm going to continue this video with another day. Alrighty guys, so it's day 3 now. Unfortunately, it's taking a lot longer than I wanted it to. But I'm just, getting set up so I can actually do the 4th and final fender flare. So the reason why I got fender flares on is because literally that wheel is sitting on the fender. Well, the fender is sitting directly on the wheel. This isn't going to move anywhere, of course. And then we got the fire fitment on the front wheels, then the back passenger side wheel. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get cracking, finish setting up. What do you need to cut out exactly? Fenders? This project is just going a little too long for me. The angle grinder that I borrowed from Brennan, it burned out. It was a cheap Harbor Freight angle grinder, and it is now toast and doesn't work anymore. So we're gonna go to Harbor Freight. We're gonna pick up another one, but as you can see, the sun is going down again, and this is just another day of having to keep doing the same project. But anyway, see you when I finally finish it. What's up guys, back at it again. Got a new grinder. Gotta finish it up, but it's like getting mad dark, so I gotta hurry up. I'm literally like 2 snips and a flap away from being done, so gotta get it out. Gotta get it in to finish it. Finally, this project has been taking way too long, but it's all good. This camera shoots surprisingly well on low light. This is literally where I'm at. I already got most of it off. Just gotta cut that and then clean it up with the flapper and I'll be good to go. Alright guys, so I finally finished the gosh darn fender flares. It looks pretty good, I must say. Super aggressive, really wide stance. I mean, it's not like a whole wide body kit. You know, I'm going to go ahead and disclaim that before someone tries to flame me in the comments. It's not a wide body kit, just, you know, wide body fender flares with some super wide wheels and spacers, which is pretty dope. But I'm glad to finally be done. I got to clean up. And yeah, maybe in another video I'll show you guys, you know, the whole thing in like a little edit, you know. But when this car starts running.